Auburn fans, War Eagle for starters. All right. The hat and the shirt and the heart will still not go away, even though this was nothing that more than a huge, heartbreaking 4 overtime loss. I I want to make sure I start with the positives. All right. A plus to the entire defense. I don't care what you say about the overtime periods and what have you. A plus to the entire defense. Wooden, 11 tackles, and he had a sack. Zagobi, he's had a season like no other, 7 tackles. McCreary, I don't care. Yes, I do care. But the touchdown or the 2 point conversion at the end, okay. But 4 pass breakups. They were thrown against him all night long. Wooten had a game. Okay. Moultrie, holy cow, what, like a 1.5, maybe 2 sacks, and then 4 quarterback hurries at minimum. The defense overall just was sound and phenomenal and inspired. And you know what? Mason actually brought the defense. All right. We were blitzing for 3.5 quarters. Then Tank either was forced out of bounds or ran out of bounds to each make your own decisions about how he went there. And then it went downhill, and we did not try to bring the blitz. And on that 4th down conversion, we went just a strong 4 and did not bring the blitz. And when you have 42 total yards of offense the entire second half and no points, gee, does that sound familiar? You have a quarterback who physically can't walk. What do you expect? How long can you hold on? And I'm sure Harson's going to have to answer some questions. Credit the defense for forcing into overtime, because if you told me at the end of the game stat lines and saying Auburn only scored 10 points and had 42 total yards of offense the entire second half, I would have been like, yep, I 1,000,000% believe you. Never did I realize what the defense could do. Okay. The better talent was on the field on the crimson and white, and they should have won bigger. They should be exhaling and lucky. And if they're talking smack on this video or in a lot of others, then that just shows you how low class they really are, because they know they got out and they got out and dodged a big one here. Okay. Because they were undeserving at best. And then they finally started taking advantage of the opportunities because their defense was sound the entire game. And Auburn had no rushing attack and barely any passing offense. And finally, the volume of plays just wore down the Auburn defense. Plain and simple. Kind of wish they went for 2 after they scored in overtime on the first one, and they could have run their little run back to the tight end. I'm not the play caller. I have my opinions about the play caller. We'll save that for the season wrap up, and we'll see what happens with coaching changes and not in between the off season and now. Auburn did qualify for a bowl game. Okay, so that's good. We'll come back to that in a second. But let's talk about the offense real quick. TJ Finley. You've seen him leave his heart on the field, and he's just a kid trying to make plays, but he was probably not the solution beforehand. And now with the bum ankle, he was a detriment the entire second half to the Auburn offense, and it became unpredictable. And I don't know if there was never a consideration just to even put like Tank in the backfield and add an extra blocker. At least you could have had an extra blocker, and not wasting the position of a quarterback to hand off, because it was very predictable. And that Alabama defensive line stopped the run the entire game minus 129-yard breakaway. That led to 0 points. All right, time to regroup, refocus. You get about a month off, maybe even 5 weeks, probably closer to a month, to play for a bowl game. You earned a bowl game, okay? Earning a bowl game is hard. A lot of people are, hey, 8, 10 win seasons, 12 win seasons are minimum requirements. Well, you know what? For the people who say that, You go on the field, you coach every single day, and you take people's best shots every single day. These guys have earned a bowl game, regardless of how ugly the final month of November has been. I'm expecting a phone call from either the Birmingham Bowl or the Liberty Bowl. Now, that's my two guesses, but I'm not in the room making the decision. I hope Auburn goes out and represents. That'll give them a month to figure out the quarterback position. And is TJ going to get the final start of the year, or are they going to just allow a kid to play that will still be redshirting because he will not reach the maximum of 4 game possibilities? It'll give the defense a time to rest and regroup, and the offense time to figure some things out. 6-6 on the season for Brian Harsin's first year. I honestly thought it was an 8-4 type of season, not a 6-6 season. At the beginning of the season, I also predicted them to beat Alabama. Not like this, mind you, but I also predicted them to beat Alabama, go something like 8-4, and play on January 1. 6-6 will get them Birmingham Bowl or Liberty Bowl under Brian Harsin's first year, where maybe he learned some things along the way. I'm not sure. Okay. Tell us how you feel about this video. Like it, subscribe to us, please. We ask you nicely, but also then comment below in the comment section of these videos. And we hope to have you listen to us again for the bowl game and the season end wrap up. War Eagle.